Hey guys, what's going on? It's your favorite um master of liberal arts. and yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about today. As some of you may already know, I recently graduated with my masters. And with that has come a lot of reflection on what exactly education and its value are. And to be honest, and this might be influenced by the fact that my last semester focused on philosophy and theology, but I think just generally what my education taught me about was the power of logos. Um or logos, I think. I may be stressing it in the wrong place, but it's basically logos is a Greek word that um gets translated in a lot of different ways. Usually the most common translation is reason or word, right? Those of you that have um read the Bible will recognize that, right? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Um, and in Greek, that's what it is, logos, right? But honestly, that's the thing. It's so much more than just a word or just reason. Um, it's a sort of governing principle of the mind. And, you know, I really do think that that's what my education has imparted on me. A governing principle of the mind, a certain mental discipline which allows me to um look at things deeply and look at things from various perspectives. Now, it didn't turn me into a machine or an impartial sort of being, right? Like I'm still biased in a lot of ways. You can probably tell that watching these videos. But the point is that I can make sense. And you can talk about, oh, a liberal education is supposed to make you a better human being. Um and it's supposed to bring you closer to other people and all of that stuff. And you know what, I do agree to some in some respects with that sort of way of thinking. But then I think about how many um for example, artists and politicians and academics supported something like the no Germans, um, or you can say like the Russians today, or the current incarnation of the Israeli government and military. And you realize that, like, that's not really true. Um, if anything, like I said, I just think it helps you to be able to put your thoughts in order and communicate better. Um, I I guess that's really even what these videos are, right? Because I don't have a script when I come on here and talk. And um honestly, sometimes, or I would even say most of the time, it probably works. But there are some times, guys, and I look back on older videos, even though my style hasn't really changed that much, and I'm like, wow, I could have said it better, right? Or what was I really trying to say here? It doesn't happen that often, but it does happen often enough to where, like, you just come back and really think about what you said. But I mean, again, we shouldn't be scared of that, right? All of my classes were Socratic, and one of the things about the Socratic method, and I, you know, in an even earlier video, like about a year and a half ago, I talked about if Socrates really knew nothing, and um, I mean, I still think that remains true. I mean, even claiming that you know nothing is a knowing of something, and I mean, that's another huge part. Socrates, the Socratic method is in some ways theater, right? Because, like, Socrates was definitely leading people. Like, I don't think Socrates really knew exactly where his conversations with people were gonna go, but I think he had at least some ideas, right? Like, I think, even before they got into questions of virtue and rhetoric and, what is the proper function of a state, he was already sort of analyzing the character of the people that he talked to, and he adjusted his questioning uh in such a manner as that. And um I, that's what I try to do here. I'm not exactly asking questions, but I do hope that um I get you curious about things, even if you don't agree with me. And I mean, that's really the value that I see in any sort of education, and certainly in mine. Um, but of course, let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm entirely off base. All right. Thanks, everyone.